Welcome to A Girl Named Jared. This is a video blog where I explain what it's like to be a boy stuck in a girl's body. I told you guys last week I would cover the reasons not to go on T. For the most part, these are in no particular order. Number one, I've been living in this body and figuring out how to make what I was given work for me for the past 29 years, almost 30 years. I am older than I look, apparently. Also, all of this fluff, it's doing its own thing today. I think it looks okay. But if you're making faces, well, I gave up this morning when it was being the boss. So anyway, figured out for the last almost 30 years of how to make what I was given work for me and for who I am inside and outside. This doesn't make me butch. I really hate that term. I think it's one of the most offensive things you can call anybody. And I don't have an explanation why. It grates on my ears and it makes me cringe because I don't want to be that person. Also, this doesn't make me any less of a guy inside. It doesn't change the way that I feel. It doesn't change the fact that I've always felt there's a huge part of me that is more male than female. As far as the spectrum goes, I'm way further to the one end than the other, so that doesn't change it. I guess my thought is God gave everybody a different body type. You even look at people who are cisgendered and, you've got somebody who's really curvy, you have somebody who's going to be stick skinny, you have women who are flat-chested, women who have the biggest boobs in the world from the day that they're born, and then men are the same way. You're going to have a short guy, you're going to have the guy who's a little bit wider in the hips, and he's never going to have a big upper body. You have scrawny little guys who can't manage to put on weight to save their lives, even with all of the help in the world. So everybody's got a different body type, and so I'm another one of those people. I have my own body type. I need to figure out how to make that work for me, and I want to do it as naturally as possible. Number two reason, I don't want to go through puberty again. I'm not sure a show of comments of who would want to go through puberty again. Does anybody automatically volunteer for that? I had voice cracking issues already. I can't imagine how much worse they would be if I added testosterone on top of that. I've got the acne under control. I didn't have terrible acne anyway, but I don't want to risk finding out that I'm going to have terrible acne if I throw the hormones off balance. Also, my emotions, got those pretty well managed and balanced. I don't want to go through that time period all over again where I just have so many feelings and I don't know what to do about it. And that's a quote I heard recently, I forget where. But I don't want to go through that again. I'm not sure if anybody else would, and I still have days where my emotions are off. Everybody does, but high school was rough. And not because it was hard, but your body was changing on top of everybody expecting to be an adult, but then telling you that, well, you're just a child. I don't need to go through all of that again. Number three reason, trying to explain it to my family, and my family is really accepting of me being me. I mentioned in the first video, the internal male spectrum thing. That's not something I've really ever sat down with my family and said, hey, this is how I feel. I think I'm more of a boy. I haven't gone through that, and there's no need to. They accept me for who I am, and they're completely on board. It's not going to make that much of a difference. It's not going to change who I am on the inside if I change who I am on the outside. For needing to constantly take shots, to remember to take shots weekly or monthly, on top of not liking needles in the first place, I don't want to do it. The cost, and I know insurance could maybe cover some things if I go through therapy and pay for all of that out of my pocket before the insurance decides that it needs to cover it, and blah blah blah, but I'd rather save my money to, someday get all my debts paid off and then, spend it on my future children. Number six, this is the biggest reason for me to not go on testosterone is, at the end of the day, the results will not result in sperm or male genitalia naturally. So the biggest reason to be genetically man is so I can have kids with my own genetic background. Both the genetic background, the stuff that I pulled from my dad and the stuff that I pulled from my mom to make me me. And no amount of testosterone is going to make my body produce sperm, and that would be something that would constantly depress me. So the whole time that I'm, giving myself shots, going through explaining to my parents or reminding my friends and family members to change pronouns and to do this and that, and then dealing with my voice cracking, dealing with my face breaking out, and at the end of the day thinking, wow, I'm doing all of this stuff and I'm paying this much money, and oh wait, I still don't have sperm. I'm still not genetically going to have my own children in this way. That would be a huge blow. It would be really, really depressing. And that's not something, it's not something I need to put myself through, or those around me that I really care about and who really care about me. That's not something that any of us need to be going through. Issues I run into not taking testosterone. It's a short list. There's only 2 of them versus 6 on the other side. First off, I have to work a lot harder to build muscle so I can get my body to look the way that I want it to look, with the bigger shoulders and the V-shaped hips. Add on to the fact that I'm terrible at motivating myself to exercise. I have to put in a lot of effort for that. Number 2, I'm not gonna naturally have facial hair. I would look great with a beard, but it's just not gonna happen. Folks, I want to apologize. I know the computer screen is shaking a little bit, and you've probably heard some pets in the background. I did this on my bed today. There's great lighting coming in the windows, and I wanted to utilize that. There is also a really cool giraffe picture on the wall right behind me, and kind of wanted to be able to show that off. One of my best friends made that for me, and it looks fantastic. Thanks for watching Girl Named Jared. Please subscribe, and go ahead and watch my other videos if you haven't watched all of those yet. Go ahead and leave comments and suggestions, questions you would like answered, other video ideas that you have for me in the comments section below. Share this with other friends and family members, and as always, check back next month for a new video. If you subscribe, you will automatically get notified via email as long as you click that there's a little bell for notifications. Click on that. You won't miss a video. Thanks for watching.